You know what I like about new gachas coming out is each and every one of them, let's just say, spices it up a little bit from the already existing Hoyo formula. As we all know, Hoyo is basically the signal that made all these investors want to invest in games like, Genshin Impact. Because look, Wuwa may have surpassed Genshin Impact, but its inception is obviously a direct inspiration from Genshin Impact, whether it's through the formula of the open world or the business model in terms of how they go about, the free-to-play type of approach in their monetization system. And NTE is obviously no different. However, what I like about both Wuwa and NTE is that they have both, let's just say, expanded on the already existing formula and introduced new stuff that make it so to make the game even more cool. That we're looking at Genshin now going, see, these guys just came out and they're already doing all this cool stuff, and there's a lot of ingenuity, there's a lot of creativity going on over here. It's like, why can't you do the same? But it's tough luck, I guess. It just sucks for us, ex Genshin boys or current Genshin boys in terms of wanting something, creative and stuff. That's tough, man. Why? I mean, I get it. They're probably approaching this from the lens of, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, why the hell do I have to do all this creative shit and all this ingenuity shit? They buying. They buying. Like, what the fuck would I want to do all this extra shit? You're still gonna buy. What the fuck you gonna do with your? Anyway, I don't want to be condescending, but you guys probably know what I was gonna say. Anyway, recently NTE's 1.2 live stream has ended, where they introduced a brand new game mode that has had a lot of people talking. It's pretty creative, pretty good. That definitely has saved the passion, has saved the hype, and definitely, let's just say, was a great follow-up to what came before it. Huge W to the NTE devs. And obviously Wuwa wasn't as fast in the early days in introducing brand new game modes like that. NTE is coming out swinging. Wuwa took baby steps to get where we are today. NTE is just going swinging. They're like Broly. He just got Super Saiyan because he's just him, right? Like they're just coming in out berserk mode. That's basically the best analogy I can give. But anyway, real quick, by the way, thanks for 6K. We moving. And so anyway, what made me really want to get into a bit of a glaze fest of NTE. Look, I'll glaze and I'll applaud when it's deserved. I don't give a shit what title it is. I've done stuff for Zenless Zone Zero. That game disappointed me back in the day. I've done stuff for Honkai Star Rail. That game also disappointed me back in the day. I'll give praise and applaud and glaze the shit out of good dev practices. I will always do that. I don't give a shit what happened before. Look, you gotta encourage good when good happens, so that way good keeps happening. If we don't do that, well, we're not really helping our case much now, are we? Now we have this video from Pancake Breakfast. I like this guy, I really do. Shouts out to you, my man. NTE just made gacha history. Oh, Nelly. That's a big claim. That is a damn big claim. But anyway, let's go over why it made gacha history. That's crazy, but let's see, man. If you enjoyed this type of content, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to not miss any updates.
I guess I better go subscribe to VXV Gacha.
Without further ado, Pancake Breakfast, you got the floor, brother.
Alright, we gotta talk about this, okay? Neverness to everness is doing something that I don't think any gacha game has ever done this early on, like in a 1.2 patch.
100%. It's like I said, Wuwa is like, they baby stepped us into, this amazingness that we have today. NTE just coming out swinging, bro. They're like, nah, it's on site, on pull-up. Like, it's like, well, relax. We just thought it was going to be a filler patch. Like, yeah, of course we were going to shit on the game a bit, but you know what I'm saying? But they're smart. This is how you do business. The fact is, this early stage is where you have to bring your A game. Like, for example, maybe Wuwa didn't really introduce much game modes or stuff like that, but they gave Chang Liao, they upped the quality of optimization and stuff like that. They were more immediate and more important fixes. NTE doesn't have to deal with that. So what are they going to do? It just makes total sense as to why they want to do this now, is what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of incentives for them to want to do this, especially now in an even more competitive market where let's just say, Genshin thirst has already been solved by Wuthering Waves, because Wuthering Waves capitalized on the Genshin thirst and wanting more out of Genshin more than any game ever could. They did. Like, we all know it. Like, when Wuwa came out, the reason why we were all praying, and I'll be the first to admit, I wanted Wuwa to succeed just so that I can finally fill in the void that Genshin has left in my heart, man. And I guess Kai, how you disappointed the shit out of me, man. That pissed me off. It left me heartbroken. And Wuwa was the best rebound girl a man could ask for. So, and now we have a side chick called NTE. We're eating good, boys.
This is basically like an anniversary patch that we're going to be getting here, but in just a random normal patch update. We're getting a free A-rank selector.
Oh, S-rank selector, excuse you. It's a good, like I said in my review for the people that didn't see it, this is the best time to give a free S-rank standard banner selector, because this is the only window, and typically in gacha games, where standard units, let's just say, are the most valuable. It's at the start of the game. Around the start, they're the best. Also, I have a hard time not looking at Hathor here. God damn.
This early on already, after the other ones we already had from 1.0, and on top of that, we're all...
True. This is actually your third S-rank selector from the standard banner. This is your third, bro. Just cuz.
Also going to be getting more skins in just this 1.2 patch than...
Jeez, this skin, man. This skin. How the... Please tell me I can buy it with 3 million fawns. They gotta do this. I hope I can buy it with fawns and, Astra, the stuff. I can buy it with the premium currency that you have to buy. Please tell me I can buy it with fawns. Like, this is the best skin for her, hands down. I want it.
Honkai Starl has gotten in this entire timeline of over 3 years. And that's not all. There's a whole bunch of fun stuff coming, so let's go ahead.
This is the new bike, by the way. I didn't show it in my review. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. But basically, this is the new bike. You can also have this line. And did you see the wheel turn? They have that, oh man, that Batman feel. Oh man. And it could jump, as you can see. If, once again, I will repeat it, if jumping is only limited to this one bike, they're about to feel my wrath. I'm fitting to crash out. I'm becoming a... What's the opposite? Okay, first of all, we need an NTE shield. We have Kuruba, we have Hoyo shield. I feel like NTE should have its own, because we have Hyper Grifter for Arcanized Infield. We don't have one for, NTE. We gonna need... Maybe it's because the NTE community is very chill. Like, we don't need one. At least for now. Hopefully we never need it, obviously. But yeah, I'm becoming whatever an NTE hater if jumping is limited to just one bike. That will piss me off, and it is a very alarming sign of things to come with how the devs go about their practices in this game. That'll piss me off, I'll be honest.
Over it. So I'll just give you the too long didn't read here, okay? In Sea Angler, you can keep your fish now from Sea Angler in your property, okay? You can put water tanks.
Basically what I'm saying is, I apologize. Please make it so that we don't have a problem, and so that we're comfortable in this, because I feel like every bike should be able to jump, because I like the flaming wheel one, and jumping with it would make exploration a lot better. Because I feel like one of the best features in exploring right now in all the games, gacha games I play, is the bike in Wuthering Waves. That's just the best gadget to traverse terrain, hands down. You get to put music on too. You don't even have to look at YouTube. The best ones are obviously, OGs know exactly what I'm talking about. You pick your track on YouTube, you fix the volume up with the one with the game, and you just start roaming around the world. Oh man, that's just a vibe.
In your house and basically like make an aquarium or something like that. So if you want, you can, like, I don't know, give yourself a job and like start LARPing as an employed person and like be an aquarium, I don't know, maintenance man. You can go and buy fish tanks, like fresh water tanks at first, then upgrade them to saltwater tanks for different fish, I'm assuming. There's a whole system to this thing, man.
Personally, it's not really for me, but it is a W for the people that care. For me personally, I don't really care.
You even have to be careful of the pH level. So like, seriously, no peeing in the tanks, okay? They also hinted you need to remember to feed them on time.
Bro just said no peeing in the tank for the pH level.
So I don't know, maybe like your fish can die or something like that.
Man.
So definitely no peeing in the tanks. Never mind. They remember the gacha players are big bozos sometimes, so they gave us an automated system to make sure that we don't create a horrific death trap. And the system will maintain the fishies for us. Well, that's nice. Oh, and if you catch a special rare fish, you can slap it on the back of your car like an honor kill to show your tribesmen. All right, now onto a housing feature called the Hag Maxer 5000.
That reminds me of like the Witcher 3 you know, in your horse. Like if you kill a big ass monster, you can keep their head in the saddle, and like you show it off. And plus, it gives you a bonus too. They did that for fish. It's not as dark as The Witcher 3, but hey, I see where they got that from.
That's the wrong script.
Well, technically, they got it from Wuthering Waves, because Wuthering Waves, you can use the cubes. You know, the cubes, you can have them as accessories in your bike, which is smart.
Oh, that's the wrong script. Let me okay, so it's called the Decor Blueprint feature. You can set up blueprint configurations for your property type and then save them on Bagel. So I guess Bagel's here to stay as a new form of social media. Just don't let your mom on it or she'll ruin it like what happened to Facebook. So send her pics to me instead. Anyways, you can grab the blueprint configurations from other players on Bagel and instantly furnish your house.
Oh, we can do that.
Doesn't have to furnish it by hand themselves and can finally get that coffee I asked for 2 hours ago. Anyways, you can store up to 20 blueprint configurations. So
wait, we can have the comment writers. Hey, yo, we can get these. Oh shit. I'll be real, I'm too busy ogling Hattori when she's at the house. I'm just too busy looking at her, so you know what, never mind.
Configurations, so you can now freely switch between them without ever losing designs you liked. I gotta give them props for that idea, by the way, because they were thinking ahead on that one. Imagine you have a decor you like, then switch it up when you're bored, but realize you like the old one more, but now you can't find the old one, and yeah, they were thinking ahead on that one. But obviously, they're not just gonna give you free furniture, so like, you have to already have the furniture, or you can't like get that stuff. So just like keep that in mind when you're looking through things. Or
I wouldn't be surprised if they introduce premium currency type of furniture. I would not be surprised if they want to expand more into this, because we've seen that with the bike in Wuthering Waves. There's a big drama going on over that. That shit is crazy. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. For example, like a collab furniture, you know, maybe an idol like a Hatsune Miku or something like that. That could be cool.
Obviously, get like the design and then go buy the furniture that way you have.
You get it off the Gacha
so this next part
funds.
is a bunch of quality of life features, so I'm just going to spam through them since there isn't much to say beyond they're adding them into the game and whatnot. They're improving the way avatars look in the game, and I think it includes the menus as well. The music player or portable player is getting a new interface to make it more user-friendly. The upgrade menus will finally have the ability for us to hold down the upgrade button, and it will continuously add the materials, something we probably should have had at the launch of the game.
Just click quick add. Am I crazy? Or like when you click ascend, it does the math for you? I don't know.
The way I look at it is this is something minor they can add later in the patch, just like this, so it's all
that
good.
Doesn't matter.
And finally, they're giving us a system to report other players in the racing modes. So yes, we can report cheaters and such. But I'm worried because, you know, people might abuse this system and report people wrongly who have lag rather than who are actually cheating. So hopefully they have a system with that in mind, because this could easily ruin racing for people if not implemented properly. In fact, I really like racing, so I might not race at the start of 1.2 just to make sure the system's working properly. And if it does, you'll see me on the track again, bozo. Okay, so watch out. Anyways, they added a feature for specific outfits to remove certain parts of it. I like this one. This one's pretty good. No, you dirty gooners. This is not that kind of removal. We're talking about minor things for the sake of fashion, because we all...
Bro, look at Mint. That is just a clean ass skin, hands down. That's a good skin.
No, fashion is the true end game. The new Fight Club scoring results have been adjusted so that knockouts and damage dealt count for more final rank and rewards. They're lowering the difficulty of anomaly hunt bosses at appraisal level 5 and above. However, in 1.2, the Dragon Lady Shinku will be arriving, and I think this is currently the most pushed character for the 1.x story block so far. I could be wrong, but from what I gather right now, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, there will be 2 other potentially huge pulls in the 1.x block for DPS as well. And I'm anticipating that she might be landing somewhere between top 1 to 3.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they release the leader of the whole little thing, you know, the one he showed on screen sooner than later. I wouldn't be surprised. I need to get that one. She's so fine.
The DPSs of the 1.x block.
Plus, she seems powerful too.
With a grain of salt. And
we all know, like in these gacha games, the colder the female character is, the more powerful she is. And the more cheery she is, we don't know about that.
Information is not fully locked in, there could be a lot of changes, etc. Anyway, she's from the Bureau of Anomaly Control CSU 2. I won't go into her backstory so you can experience that in the game, but she's very cool, trust me on this. And she's Mint's newest teammate in the story, and Mint's the GOAT, so NTE again. She's the polar opposite of Mint, so that dynamic should be fun, and she's a Cosmos character. So Cosmos just stays winning every single update with either new Cosmos characters or characters that make Cosmos characters good.
Yeah, we're getting pretty tired of that, I'll be real. They should expand, but they're just me though. I hope she works well with Hattori. I'm cool with that.
I think it's easily the best element right now, easily best sub DPS element, and with Shinku arriving, dude, that's basically...
God damn, Chaos is the best DPS in the game. What the hell, babe? I didn't know that.
Basically gonna make it like the best DPS with like Dude, cheese is also Cosmos. It's basically the best element in the game for like everything. Now, let's go over her kit. She has 2 different combat modes, so let's go over both real quick. In normal form, she has basic attack, special combat arts, a 5-hit combo, and if you land the 3rd or 5th hit, or hold basic attack during the 3rd, 4th, or 5th hit, you can trigger an enhanced basic attack, special combat arts altered, building up her Defiant Spirit gauge, which allows her to enter her Rampage form.
I love how she has to stand still. Like at some point you have to stand still and it's called like this intimidation thing or something that gives you a buff. That's super creative. I like it.
It's like, I don't know, mad, I guess. But no, seriously. If you parry enemies, you can build up Defiant Spirit gauge as well, which you want to do anyways to deal damage.
Yeah, you really want to parry an attack. I think there was a lot of emphasis when they were talking about her in the live stream. I did pick up on that. Like, you want to really counter attack. It's very important for her kit.
Like gauge damage. If Shinku is on
Which is very easy to do because of the red dot and stuff. I think, considering also the lack of 5-star healers, it's, you know, I'm taught that to maximize on dodging and parry attacking. It's very important.
Field and doesn't attack
Especially
after a certain amount of time, she enters the menacing gaze state and turns down all of her simps. When you dodge counter during her anti-simp state, she deals increased damage and knockback from the dodge counter. Her redirect skill, high-speed breach, let her breach my trousers if you know what I mean. Anyway, sorry. Her skill deals noteworthy damage and builds divine spirit. And dude, just look at his ultimate. This ultimate is like super cool. I mean, this is like this coolest ult. I mean, dude, and it's called Crimson Fury because of course it is, right? And she burns all of her defiant spirit and
look at that. Just look at that. They went the Zani route. This reminds me a lot of Zani. Like, it's just like a kick-ass transformation. Super good. I want to see how it looks like with the other skins too. That'll be impressive and cool to see.
The surging Crimson State, otherwise known as the Goon Max State. And then the Goon Max State.
How the fuck do y'all... How can you goon to this? She low-key scary. Like, look at nah, bro. Nah, y'all weird as shit for that. No, bro. Goon Max? Nah, bitch, I ain't going into this. That's some scary. Look at that. She looks like the daughter of Satan. Please leave me alone. I ain't touching that shit with a 10-foot pole, bro.
She has a multi-hit attack dealing massive damage and swooning your mom, and she will enter the rampaging mode. And like all of her kit changes, okay? This is a huge, this is the power of goon maxing, okay? Her basic attack changes and it goes into special arts title assault, a 5-hit combo, and now her attacks build up fading reason instead.
God damn, look at this. She's all over the place.
All her fading reason to cast instead. When her rampage reaches its end, she can cast her new ultimate Crimson Judgment, which is by far the coolest combat animation in the game. It mugs literally everything else so far. It's crazy. Anyways, if there is any power creep,
Shinku is mog maxing, that's for sure.
Anyways, and bro, when she tapped her ultimate again after that, she can tap it again. Okay.
I'll be honest, this is like a nitpick, but I think in the ultimate, I think they could do better transitions from animations. You know what I'm saying? It feels like there's a little bit more polish to do in ultimates, but that's just me though.
Okay, to flex on the hose with a powerful final attack. Okay, I'm starting to think this character like might just be good. I don't know, just a thought. Yeah, and if her final attack, ultimate Dragon Flame Verdict, doesn't finish your enemies, it'll certainly finish you. Anyways, her world traversal character trait is that she can basically, like, while in her rampaging mode, like move around super duper.
I'll be honest, I hated this. I feel like ultimates should feel special. I don't want to look at that. Like, imagine you're the guy over here in the track and you're just like, oh, her, like she just goes full crazy demon mode so she can Naruto sprint around. I don't know. It makes the transformation feel less special, less you know, powerful. So I don't know. I ain't into this. I think she should have just had this ability even in her normal form. That's just me though.
She's basically Sonic the Hedgehog in that mode, okay? And she's aura farming like crazy. So now you don't need a car. You can just ride your Dragon Lady. Now about cycling. When you use her support skill, she also gains Defiant Spirit, and when she hits the field, she will gain Charge Cycle Enhancement, and when the active character charges up, all field unit charges up the same value. Pretty good. But anyways, she's not the only character we are getting. You probably remember her from patch 1.1. She has an ability that allows players to collect rewards by interacting with animals in the overworld. You can collect rewards from that thing, that effect she has.
She's barefoot?
A day, and it works up to 999 times total. Similar to how Cheese has an ability where that earns you fawns, right? But it also has a long-term cap. In Iroi's case, She basically has this thing that has like the 999 that matches the 999 Nights theme
Thematics
for
of
the
the patch.
story patch.
Yeah.
So it will take 500 days total to cap this ability. I did the math. That's roughly 1.3 to 1.5 years if you're using it nearly every day. 2 years or more if you're using it casually. So this is an ability that you can basically add to your dailies long term. When you're collecting cafe fawns, anomaly furniture dailies, you can go pet a cat or whatever a couple of times a day for more rewards. I don't think this alone is a reason to pull for the character, by the way, but it's a very nice perk all the same. As far as combat is concerned, she's an anima buffer / healer, which, to be honest, we don't really like need healers, but maybe if you're like
Yes, we do. Not everybody's good at the game. I'm one of them. No, I need a healer. I'll be honest. If she's a healer, might have to prioritize her over Shinku. Ooh, I know, scary. That's very scary. But I just might, man.
Casual, or you wanted like really super easy anomaly boss clears, Iroi can help. So there's a lot of value here. More importantly, she's a buffer. That's huge. Her basic attack also has a 5.
She reminds me a lot of Huan from Honkai Star Rail. And if there's one thing we learned from Huan, she stood the test of time. And I feel like characters like these, especially in, it feels like NTE isn't doing a lot of, healers and supports. So I feel like I'll try and get every one of them I can. And as we all know, typically in these games, supports and healers are the best in terms of value, as they really stand the test of time typically.
Building, I'm not kidding here.
Not all the time, though.
Imagination on hit. So Iroi is a headcanon character, okay? She's literally using the power of her mind, okay? This is actually so silly. She's literally weaponizing imagination right now, okay? She can charge her basic attack to spend imagination, unleashing up to 3 hits depending on how charged it was. Nothing special to her dodge counter, functions normally dealing extra break gauge damage. Her redirect skill has 2 options: tap it once to deal individual attacks and build imagination, or she can press and hold it to literally make her headcanon a reality, releasing your teammates on the field, but in the form of these like little lambs, like her companion that she uses to attack with.
Yeah.
This creates the regression state, or headcanon state. Your characters become invincible and take on Iroi's offensive stats. If they became invisible, it'd be so stupid. Also, if one of your characters goes down, they enter this headcanon state as well, which is kind of busted because they turn into a flying fighting lamb instead of dying pretty much, which is pretty cool. But when you activate her ultimate, if you do not yet have enough imagination, it will actually provide a gradual healing effect to your whole team in the Dream of Horned Gate state. And if you do have enough imagination, you will open Dream of Ivory Gate instead, dealing gradual damage.
Yeah, sadly we're gonna have to get both. I am gonna have to get both. I don't even know how I'm supposed to do that, but anyway, we're gonna give it our best shot
while the effect lasts. So that is obviously the one you want to go for ideally. And if you have a downed character, when you activate Dream of Ivory Gate, she will revive a downed character and restore some of their HP. This state constantly drains her imagination until depleted, and afterwards any revived characters return to the regression or headcanon state. Her support skill heals all allies and builds imagination, which is honestly busted as all heck. You basically can't die when played well. And she also adds a power-up to the Vita Buds for Blossoms. When the first Vita Bud dissipates, another one grows in its place. Crazy, which is some wild synergy for Blossom teams. Depending on
that's nice. I like Blossom teams. That's the one I have.
For the patch over the main push, because typically buffers are really good in games like this.
Exactly, 100%. There it is. He's saying it too.
It can be used on many teams, so the value is kind of through the roof here. And for those that 100%. Want, she can heal, so she has value for both meta players and casual players alike.
Yeah, I'll be honest, man. It feels like Shinku is this badass, waifu tax character, but in terms of value, it's gonna be her 100%. Iroi seems to be like the most valuable meta pick. Because if you think long term, especially, Iroi seems to be, she's pretty good.
And her last minute character model.
Because I'll be honest, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but like the patch after that, I'm pretty sure they're gonna out waifu Shinku. You already know that, because Hattori was the bad bitch. Now we already have Shinku. Oh, there goes Hattori. Well, that didn't last long. And so here we are again. And I'm pretty sure in the next patch, that's going to happen again and again and again and again. Because don't forget, they really want to push the dating sim aspect of this game. And to maximize the efficiency of that, they're gonna want to give you some damn good 2D anime baddies and keep them coming. So we've seen this before. I've seen that in Withering Waves, Gathering Wives. There's a reason why it was called that. So yeah,
don't seem like they were anything bad. Nothing that warrants not pulling the character or anything like that. Besides, I think people will be pulling like crazy this patch because this is quite literally the booty cake patch. Oh, and I didn't tell you maybe the best part of the new area. There's an entirely unique gear and reward system.
Yeah, this is it. This is why we're here.
All members of our team are basically members of a party now, and they have their own unique classes. Basically, we're LARPing as D&D characters in a medieval RP.
I have to hear LARPing. How the fuck did y'all ninjas make this word already feel corny and cringe? It was spammed so fast. Y'all already made it corny, man. Jesus.
PG. And the gear system is deep, like 7 items to equip or something like that. It even has class restrictions and everything. So this is basically like Baldur's Gate, the neverness to everness patch.
Yeah.
The gear all have random drops similar to an RPG, MMO, or Gacha. So you can assume gathering gear and character building functions similar to how it does in a normal game from 1.0,
which is
but
cool,
with some added depth. But as our role as an appraiser, we can use our ability to see the gear's true value, making it easier to build what we want.
Hell yeah.
Also, gear has its own bonuses, so try to combine equipment from the same set to get special bonuses. Creating good builds will give us more power in combat and actually feel different with different effects that we normally don't have in combat. Guys, they're literally giving us like a whole entire new game inside of this patch. This is wild. They're even giving us accessories to equip, and some of them have unique non-combat abilities. So this gives us even more reason to explore new regions to find unique abilities to use in the overworld.
Yeah.
Like changing into sheep, for example. Just be aware, we can only change this gear at bonfires or camps, which also have a bonfire in them, and you can recover stamina and swap gear here as well.
Which is cool. I don't think that's a bad thing. It makes because I think if you go into this game mode, it's more of like a chill experience back in the day gaming. You don't have access to everything in the menu because this isn't the gacha aspect of the game. This is like supposed to be a fantasy setting, like a good video game within the gacha game, if that makes any sense. I think that's what they're aiming for, and that's fine. Because like right now, like I'm replaying The Witcher 3 for probably the 1000th time, and every time I need to teleport, I have to get to a teleporter. I can't just open the menu like I do in the gachas and just teleport. And that's fine. That's okay. That's totally fine. Because when I play The Witcher 3, I'm there to chill. I don't have this, fuck, I gotta get my dailies done, bro. And also, when I look at around the world, there's not much to explore for me anyway. Because everything is on 100%. It's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So, the mindset in which you go into this game mode is very important, and why the way they went about where you have access to certain menus makes sense.
Interact with the shop merchant, who is also LARPing as a sheep. Oh, and the camps and bonfires are like everywhere, okay? So don't worry about only being able to change at them, because there's a whole bunch of them all over the place. And there are a lot of sheep NPCs around, by the way. Go talk to them, literally treat them like people. I'm pretty sure they might even be people. I'm not sure how the storyline goes.
Why does that remind me of the Scar quest at the start of Withering Waves? I don't know why.
They have interactions and rewards and stuff. Treat them like any other NPC. Okay. Now I think is the time to finally say that some of the skins are actually unique gear that we're using. So it's less a skin and more of a special effect from a gear piece, because it's only wearable if you're using that gear, and switches when you switch the gear. And because the game is built for casual players, you can just use whatever the heck you think looks cool, to be perfectly honest. Like, it doesn't, like the gear, like upgrades don't necessarily matter so much. Try 100%. To think of it as more something fun to do rather than something you have to think of.
We all know aesthetics over efficiency. We all do it. You know it, I know it, we all know it. We all wear what's cool before we wear what's efficient, and we typically like to meet in the middle. So this looks good on the character and it's a decent option. I'll take that over the best option that looks ugly as shit. We all do that shit.
For meta. So go make your own unique cool looks and farm whatever gear suits your fancy. And it only works on Mint, the main character, Shinku, and Iroi right now, because they're the only ones in the game world. Oh, and the game mode is permanent, so you are in no rush to finish this thing, okay? The game mode has a special shop you can earn rewards from, including the skins identical to the gear from the mode itself. So yes, the skins are real and free, and even though they're like region locked, you can actually earn them to not be region locked. And they support recoloring.
There it is. That is huge. We need that in every single gacha game right now, especially with the ways. Like, what do you mean you tell me where's the Gabarena one? Where's the Carlota one? Y'all make me fucked up out here. Damn.
So you can effectively dodge,
especially the Gabarena one. I want that so bad.
The outfits. Hoyo could never. But this is like a huge. This is like a series of cool things that normally take like a whole year for a gacha to slowly implement over time, and we're all just getting it slam dunk boom right at once.
I don't think so. I think it depends on the formula they're applying, because Wuwa is applying the one that Hoyo is applying, and for the most part, the Hoyo is applying the one from Genshin. And it just wasn't in their formula. They never thought about it. They thought that maybe it's a little too much, so they just didn't apply it. But the reality is NTE has a different types of audience in mind that they really want. They obviously are capitalizing on the already existing one that the Hoyo has established, especially the Genshin Impact one, to be more specific, has established. But they obviously want to expand more on giving, let's just say, all types of fans an avenue to find something they enjoy that is unique to each person's taste, because we all appreciate and let's just say like different things and prioritize different things more than others. So they're trying to do, let's just say, something for everybody, and that's a good thing. I think all gachas try to do that. NTE is just coming out swinging once again in maximizing the implementation of that as soon as possible, which I think is smart.
Makes up 33 different styles in total, by the way, with all the different customizations we can do. Oh, and Shinku's special dragon outfit has unique skill effects because, like I said, she's the pushed unit from NTE right now. They have more outfits coming in the future update.
I'll be honest, I think that's probably going to be the skin I pick up. It's going to be some hard work, of course. The game mode looks a lot of fun, so there's a good chance I will dive into it and really take it in. I might stream that stuff, hopefully. I think I'll be able to stream it. And yeah, feel free to come by and say hi, man. Damn. And so, yeah, I think that's definitely going to be the skin to have. I'll be honest as well, considering the new skin for the goddamn MC, the poor skin just feels a little now. I'm saying.
Well, stay tuned for more for other characters. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. But Shinku and Iroi still get their own unique skins, of course. This includes the Bond skins.
I don't like this one. I don't like Bond skins
real
typically.
Paid shop skins. But anyways,
I like this one too.
That old units would be getting summer skins as well. They have been listening. So hey, maybe Hey Thor, you know, gets a Bond skin. You know, maybe that's my personal preference.
Still too much for me as a pass.
They're probably going to be adding them for a whole bunch of others as well. And they're going to be starting.
I like the Lune one from Wuthering Waves. That's a damn good summer skin. The Changli one too. Jesus.
NTE has 19 new outfits planned to make their arrival over the course of several patch updates. That terminology.
I'll be honest, they should sharpen how the female MC looks in her face. I think so. She looks a little weird to me sometimes.
Is somewhat vague, but several often refers to like 2 or 3. So doing some quick math, let's an average of 6.5 to 9.5 outfits over 2 to 3 patches fit within that parameter. That's a lot, but it does include this patch, which is dropping a whole bunch too. So keep that in mind. It's a little bit weird with the wording it shows, but it seems.
I'll be honest, I already want a Mint SP. Like what they did with Yang Yang, I already want a Mint Yang Yang buff. I already want that, man. It pissed me off seeing Mint not being as good of a character as she should be. That's pissed me off.
Seems like we're going to be getting a bunch of stuff either way. It could just be referring, though, to the region lock skins, and that might not even include all the other skins we get. Either way, we got a ton of stuff coming. As far as the gacha banners, aka the playboards, are concerned, Shinku will arrive with the first banner, and we'll be getting Iroi on the second.
It's always the most hyped one at first.
Will include a glider that looks like her special ultimate or.
What the flippity flip? Holy glider, baby, that is insanely good. Oh yeah, I just gotta get it. I just gotta get it.
Or a farming estate, which is very cool, and also a skin for the motorcycle, the sport one, and a skin for her as well. Iroi's will include the same.
As a free to play, I think that's for most people there.
They didn't show it on screen though for some reason, so maybe they're like, you know, not trying to spoil it quite yet. But anyways, Shinku's Resolve Special Arc banner, her weapon banner, will be active, of course, during her board, and Iroi's Dreamgate Special Arc banner will be active during her board. The patch banner currency shops will also reset, giving players some options to claim rewards, such as gold keys to pull for the weapons. Now it's time for another reveal. We're getting a new unique vehicle that we've never had before. It's basically like the Batmobile motorcycle from the Christopher Nolan Batman movies. The wheel flips around as necessary when turning and leaves a particle trail behind it. So when the
I think it's optional. I think we get to choose whether to activate that or not, but we'll see.
wheel flips, the trail twists with it. It's made by Regalia. Of course, you're broke, I'm broke. Mitt and I will be working overtime to afford this one.
Yep.
This is exactly why I always save some fawns for when patch reset comes, because you never know when we might get a new feature that is available through fawns purchase, like the Porsche collab event. It's basically Shinku themed, by the way. This new
Well, the Porsche took all our fawns, man. Were you even looking? I have no more fawns left, and I have to get like 3 million to do one last pull in 9 days. That's tough.
vehicle, so she can ride it too for reasons. Okay, obviously the main character can ride it as well, but it's basically like Shiku's like special vehicle.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Fuck, I forgot about that complaint. Basically, only the MC typically can ride the bikes, but I think Shiku can also ride them too. So what? It's just Shiku? Every unit should be able to ride the vehicles, kind of like in Withering Ways. It's super weird.
I guess you could say. And when she has her dragon-themed skin on too, the vehicle has unique special effects. Now let's talk about the events for the patch.
Okay, that makes
First,
sense.
going.
So it depends on the character
this
you
is
get.
a special auction-style event where we compete with other appraisers to win auctions, and we can bring character companions in with us to give us advice mid-auction. Imagine the appraiser actually doing some appraising for once. Different characters will give different advice, so keep that in mind. Choose characters based on your playstyle. The second event will be Shadow and Seek. This one looks fun. Play with other appraisers and be a hunter.
Yeah,
or a fighter in a
the
game.
hide and seek games typically are a lot of fun. Genshin has showed that back in the day. These are fun.
Hide and Seek in Clement Academy. You get 3 random items each round and can transform into them to hide at any time. The moving around is encouraged to throw off other appraisers. You also get a decoy skill to help hide as well. If hunters can attack all hiders before time runs out, they win, and vice versa. If the hunters are eliminated or time runs out, the hiders win. The hunters have an HP pool, and if they attack items that aren't hiders, they lose HP. This is to prevent spammers from locking down the game.
That looks
and
fun.
Thirdly, we're getting a new fishing minigame. Harp and fish at various locations to level up the event and earn rewards. And don't forget the new Richi Mahjong mode being added as well. There will be rules included for those that don't know how to play it, so no worries. Fourthly, we're getting a new daily activity for daily rewards. We can go to newsstands daily and collect rewards from them on a scratcher ticket. This is literally a ZZZ mechanic with a twist, but who cares? Free, easy, cool rewards.
Yeah, we take it.
Apparently, these aren't all the events that we're going to be getting, so stay tuned for more announcements. However, they did show some graphics on the screen. Don't know if that was on purpose, but we can look at them anyway. There will be a daily card flip event. I suspect we do daily activities to get a random reward on a board until we fill
We'll take it. It's like the hamster thing the Wuwa does. I love these.
There will be a double stamina event. Pretty straightforward. Earn double stamina. There will be a double fawns event.
It's like Withering Ways. I feel like they took a page from them.
Just double fawns, easy and appreciated.
Oh, that's nice.
There'll be a double
take that
pixel event, so double the rewards in the modes when you spend pixels. There will be a double fawns event for when you spend city stamina as well, separate from the pink paws event. And the Beyond the Rails mode, my favorite content in the game besides main story, will be getting its regular updates as well.
I'll be honest, I haven't done that. I haven't finished that yet. I'm waiting to like max my characters as much as possible.
Keep in mind, players are starting to reach max level, so endgame may turn up the heat a bit. However, the fact that they nerf anomaly bosses makes me think that they won't be doing that and maintaining a casual and free-to-play friendly game mode, right? Circle Gifts event will reset at the start of the patch, so log in daily to collect free premium character reward pulls, 10 dice over 7 days. And of course, the biggest surprise out of this entire stupid thing, like, dude, free S-rank character selector, okay? Just have an active NTE account with access to your mailbox by the end of patch 1.2 and you'll get it. So this is a great time to start playing if you haven't already, or if you want to invite a friend, whatever. The game is also about to become available on Steam, Epic.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see the charts for those.
In the Samsung Galaxy stores July 8th. So there will be a surge of new players coming in. And if you live near LA, maybe go check out the NTE booth at Anime Expo. I live like 8 hours away and I'm kind of busy right now, so unfortunately I don't think I'll be able to make it, but go check it out if you can. You might think we're done here, but no.
Oh.
Early details on patch 1.3. That's right, baby. They're going to be continuing the Scarlet Letter storyline in 1.3. They will also
So this one's
going to
be filler. 1.2 is filler.
They'll be including summer skins and more vehicles. That's plural. That means at least 2 vehicles. There will also be a new property coming in version 1.3 as well. Apparently, it's sort of like a build your own, more cozy style design setup, so it seems like they might be evolving ways that we could get properties now. They're also hinting you should try to save for fawns for patch 1.3 because a lot of expensive things are coming, something that's just good practice for any upcoming patch regardless.
Well, that's good.
So, we're getting a lot in this new patch.
100%.
I was reading some comments saying this feels like an anniversary patch, which is why I've mentioned it so many times in this video, because it does feel like that, and it's only a 1.2 patch.
It does? I don't know. It feels... It's amazing, but I don't think it's anniversary like. But you know what? Come to think of it, S rank. You know what? I see.
Yeah, some of the biggest gacha games in the world didn't even have this much during their anniversary patch. That's kind of embarrassing, to be honest. So let me know in the comments what you're excited for, who you're pulling, etc. Watch the recent solo level 70 No Beats Chaos in-game run we posted in the description, and leave a like and subscribe if you liked it. Peace out.
We do, man. We will. Well, snap, man. Getting both characters is gonna be tough. I gotta give it my best shot, though. I gotta give it my best shot. I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm now a little in a bit of a rock and a hard place because I don't know. I have like 3 possible options I can get from the Porch collab event thing. I don't know if I want to spend 3 million fawns on that, to be honest with you. I don't even know if I can get it, but even if I do, I'm not sure I can actually use it. You know what I mean? Because if I spend everything there, I haven't gotten the free weapon pulls nor the astrites from the shop that you can use funds on. I haven't bought those out yet. I don't know, man. I feel like, and also there's the bike coming out soon. I don't think I care about the Porch that much. I feel like the bike is the best way to traverse terrain. Porch is like just this collectible, like if you just want to have it. I don't know if I want to. Low key, I wouldn't mind the 10 standard poles. Low key, man. I'll be honest, man. I wouldn't mind that. But then again, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's getting a little tricky, but I feel like these options is a positive thing. See, there's decision making on what works the best for you, etc. I appreciate this type of stuff. I, for one, really do. So yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. What's going to be your strategy? Are you excited for 1.2? I know I am. I'll be honest. I think they've cooked. I think this has just set a brand new standard of something we can expect from these gacha games, which is a game within a game that can offer certain items and a certain approach to the game. I mean, they're already doing that with events, but I feel like this expands more on it, and I think it's a very welcome addition. Now, obviously, the main concern is going to remain, how does it actually play? I hope it's different. I hope it's good. And a very enjoyable, different approach experience than the one you experience in the open world within NTE. That's obviously a concern a lot of people have, myself included. I hope they can deliver in quality and let's just say expand more on the creativity for it, not just limited to just the world building they're doing there, but also the combat. It's very important. The gameplay is as smooth and fresh as it can be. So yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. Peace.